Hello everyone, this week's Parsha is Parashat Ki Tavo. Candle lighting will be at 7:03 and Shabbat will finish, is over at 8:11. Now, in this week's Parsha, in the beginning it talks about blessings and then also it has curses. It talks, it has 98 curses. And usually we read this parsha right before Rosh Hashanah to say that that this year should end with all its curses. Everything, all the bad things that happen, everything should finish together with this year. Just like we know the Rosh Hashanah is the beginning of the new year, and we have like 2 Shabbatot left right before Rosh Hashanah. This Shabbat and next week's Shabbat will be the last Shabbat right before Rosh Hashanah. So there's a pasuk there. It says like this: "Ubau alecha kol habrachot haele v'yisigucha," which means, and all these blessings will come upon you, and they will reach you. Now we know that similar language is also mentioned by the curses. By the blessing, it says, and the blessings will come to you and they will reach you. And the same thing it says by the curses, that they will come to you and they will reach you. Now, so what does it mean, the blessing? What does it mean, blessing? How will the blessing come? So Rashi says that you will eat your bread. You'll eat your bread and you'll be satisfied. And the explanation that Rashi gives, that you'll eat a small, you'll eat a small piece of bread and you'll be satisfied, which means there'll be a blessing, there'll be plenty of blessing. And commentaries explain, what does it mean that you will be satisfied? It means that you will appreciate the blessing of the bread and it will satisfy your mind. Now, so we see from here that the ultimate blessing is to receive the blessing and to be aware of it. Sometimes Hashem gives, He sends a person all types of blessings, health. He gives a good family, a wealth, and still a person is not satisfied. So what's good for all these blessings if the person is not satisfied? He does not appreciate that Hashem gave him that. Now, Rashi in Pirkei Avot, he explains, he says, it says in Pirkei Avot, in the 4th Perek, that a person, it says, Ezu Ashir HaSamech V'Chelko, who's the rich man, who's happy with his lot. So Rashi says that a person can be riches of the rich, but if he's not satisfied, he's not better than the poorest of the poor, because he's not happy with what he has. He's always, it's always not enough. It's always not enough. He's not happy with what he has. He's not satisfied with what he has. On the other hand, Rashi says a person could have a little bit, but he's satisfied with what he has. He is blessed. That person is blessed. Okay, so this is what the Torah means, that it will reach you, which means that the blessing, that even when the blessing comes upon you, you'll be truly blessed. However, but if a person is not satisfied, he's dissatisfied, that person is not truly blessed, which means he's not, the blessing did not reach him, and that's the definition. When the pasuk says that that the blessing will come upon you and it will reach you, which means you will be satisfied. You will appreciate the blessing. You will appreciate the blessing. You will have the blessing and you will appreciate it. You will have health, wealth, family, and you will appreciate it. That's that's the ultimate satisfaction, which means it will reach you. You might, there's some people who have richness, they have houses, they have everything, but they're not satisfied with it, which means the blessing did not reach them yet. They did not reach them. And so too with the curse, with Hashem punishes a person. Let's say his car goes bad, yeah, and a person doesn't get the message. He doesn't. Now, why did Hashem do that? Of course, the reason is so to send him a message, and the message is that a person has to change himself. He has to change his ways. But if a person does not change his ways, he continues with his old ways. Okay, he fixed his car and then just move on. With his life. Okay, so then, and if he did not change his ways, something else might chas v'shalom go wrong. And if that doesn't go, then chas v'shalom a sickness might come. God forbid. And on and on and on until a person changes his ways, which means Hashem brings the punishment, brings the curse, but v'sigucha, but it didn't reach him, which means a person did not realize, he did not, meaning he did not, that curse did not, he did not realize that it's from Hashem. He did not, meaning he's not getting the message that it's from Hashem. So we see that the blessing, a person, when he appreciates that it's from Hashem, when a person, he truly feels the blessing of Hashem. When a person, like we said, he has the blessings of that he has in his family, the wealth and the children and the family, and he appreciates it, then only then he feels the blessing. He feels the blessing of Hashem. And so too with curse, when Hashem gives a punishment to a person, and he changes himself, which means that that punishment, that quote unquote curse or punishment, changed him. So then that punishment, of course, reached him, and he was able to change him. One time there was a story with Rav Noach Weinberg that he met a person, with a long hair, and he invited him to his yeshiva. Rav Noach Weinberg invited him to his yeshiva. He had a famous yeshiva, Eshat Torah. And that person said, no, I don't need yeshiva. I don't need yeshiva. He said, listen, I'm with Hashem. I'm like buddy. I'm like friends with Hashem. I'm good with Hashem. And he said, why? Like, how do you know that? He says, I'll tell you. I was driving. He says, I was going up the road with a narrow lane, and suddenly there was a truck coming from the other side, and he made a sharp turn, and I had no way to go, and I had to turn left, and I went down the cliff, and he says, in that moment, I thought, that's it, my life is over, and I felt like I saw everything, like that's it, those moments were. But then suddenly, he says, there was I saw a branch sticking out, and I grabbed the branch, and I was able to be saved. But my motorcycle, went down the mountain, and it exploded. So he says, that's it. You see, I'm friends with God. Hashem is close to me. He's always helping me. So then Hashem. Rav Noach Weinberg told him, okay, it's a great story. It's a beautiful story. But let me ask you a question. He said, who sent that truck? Who sent that monster truck? Who sent them towards you? That was also Hashem. So you should change. So you should become a better person. Yeah. Then Hashem saved you again. Hashem sent the truck, and all that thing happened. But then Hashem saved you. So you should also change. So you should go to yeshiva, and you should become a better person. And that's the lesson that we see, that we'll learn from here, that Hashem sends messages, and the pasuk says, "V'sigucha," it will reach you. And how will it reach you? A blessing. It will reach you that you will appreciate. You will appreciate that it came from Hashem. And so too, by curses, that it will reach you. How? You will know that it's from Hashem, and you will change. Shabbat Shalom.